16 of the fantasy basketball season. And right now, this season flying by here with only a few more weeks before the fantasy playoffs. Here's a few guards I looked at this week. The first guy, Donovan Mitchell of the Sacramento Kings. So Donovan Mitchell over the last few weeks here, he's really stepped his game up, and he's playing good here for this Kings team. And he's been added in a few fantasy leagues over the last few weeks. On the season, 9.4 points a game, 2.3 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 1.2 threes a game, and 39% from the field here from Mitchell. The last couple weeks, though, 12.6 points a game, 1.8 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 2.2 threes a game, and 41% from the field. So obviously this Sacramento team, they're really going nowhere once again this season here. And they've lost the last 6 games in a row as well, so they're in a bad slump. And they're playing more of the rookies and the younger guys on this roster now. And obviously Donovan Mitchell is one of them. The last few games for him, January 25th at Boston, 6 points, a rebound, 2 assists, a steal, 20% from the field. January 26th at Atlanta, 20 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 threes, 47% from the field. Then January 29th at Philly, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, 3 threes, 42% from the field. So Mitchell, he's scoring the basketball well, pretty good three-point shooter, and a decent passer as well. So right now he's been playing over the last few games, about 30 minutes a game, and he's got a good matchup here tonight at the New York Knicks, who really can't stop anyone. So right now he's available in 79% of fantasy leagues, and I would give him an ad this week. The next guy is a guy I've been mentioning for weeks now, but he's still out there somehow. In 49% of leagues is Ayo Dosunmu of the Chicago Bulls. I know there's been some growing pains with him, but with Lonzo Ball out of the lineup here, he's getting opportunities. 35, 40 minutes a game he's been playing over the last few weeks. On the season here for Dosunmu, 7.6 points a game, 2.7 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 52% from the field. But the last couple weeks here with the expanded role, 11.6 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, 5.8 assists, 1.5 steals a game, 1.3 threes a game, and a serviceable 50% from the field here. So I just don't get it. I know he had a couple down games, but this guy's going to get a lot of minutes, and on volume alone, he's just going to walk into some good games. So the last few games here for Dosunmu, January 26th versus Toronto, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, 30% from the field. January 28th, at Sacramento, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. January 30th versus Portland, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, a 3, and 66% from the field. So Dosunmu, he's getting playing time. He's going to have an up and downs, but this guy definitely could contribute to fantasy owners. And right now, like I mentioned, he's out there in 49% of fantasy leagues, and I definitely would give him an ad this week. The next guy, Coby White of the Chicago Bulls. So Coby White, a good player for this Bull team, off the bench scoring the basketball. And on the season, 12.9 points a game, 2.8 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 2 threes, 44% from the field. But the last couple weeks here, the scoring's gone up. 14.4 points a game, 3.9 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 1.9 threes, and 39% from the field here. So Coby White, we know his specialty is hitting the 3-ball and scoring the basketball. So if you need those categories, he's pretty much a 2-trick pony for fantasy owners. And right now, he's available in 47% of fantasy leagues. The last few games here for White, January 26th versus Toronto, 9 points, a rebound, an assist, a 3, 40% from the field. January 28th at the Spurs, 18 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, 4 threes, 77% from the field. And January 30th versus the Blazers, 18 points, 3 boards, 6 assists, 3 threes, and 41% from the field. So right here, like I mentioned, he's getting good playing time. He's scoring the basketball and obviously hitting the 3-ball. And if you need that for your fantasy roster, I think Coby White's a good ad this week. The next guard's Patty Mills of the Brooklyn Nets. So obviously Patty Mills, he's been playing majority of the year as the starter with Kyrie Irving out the first 2 months of the season, and now could only play road games for this Net team. On the season here for Mills, 13.9 points a game, 2.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 3.3 threes a game, which is up there, 43% from the field. But the last couple weeks here, the numbers have gone up, 17 points a game, 3 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 4 threes a game, and 45% from the field here for Patty Mills. So Mills, he's only available in 45% of fantasy leagues, which is still a surprising number to me as well, because he's getting playing time. Obviously, I know the Nets got a string of road games coming up here on the West Coast trip, but he's still going to score, and he's still going to be a key option off the bench, especially with a big scorer like Kevin Durant still out. He's going to have more opportunities with the ball in his hand. The last few games here for Mills, January 25th versus the Lakers, 15 points, 2 assists, a steal, 3 threes, 42% from the field. January 26th versus the Nuggets, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, 4 threes, 50% from the field. And January 29th at the Warriors, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 6 threes, and 38% from the field here. So right now, he's playing good basketball. Big-time scorer and three-point shooter this season here off the bench is Patty Mills. And if you need those categories and a decent amount of assists, I think he's a good add this week. And the fifth and final guard I looked at is Malik Monk of the Los Angeles Lakers. So Malik Monk, it's been an up-and-down season here for him. But now with LeBron James out over the last few games here, Monk's getting more playing time and more shot attempts. And he's having some big ball games on the season, 12.6 points a game, 3.2 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 2.3 threes a game, and 47% from the field. But the last couple weeks here for Monk, 15.3 points a game, 4.6 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.1 steals, and 50% from the field. So he's putting up big numbers of late here, especially in yesterday's ball game at Atlanta is Monk. So the last few games from January 25th at Brooklyn, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 6 threes, 53% from the field. January 27th at Philly, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, a 3, 23% from the field. And January 30th at Atlanta, 33 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, a whopping 8 threes, and 63% from the field. So like I mentioned, as long as LeBron's out and not 100%, he's going to get more opportunities to score. And that's what he's doing right now. And even rebounding, he's been pretty decent, especially with the 10 rebounds in yesterday's game. So that's a few guards I looked ahead here for Week 16 of the fantasy basketball season.